Hello and welcome back to the farm. So today we're doing a little bit of plumbing. Actually, it's a gas line. I guess it's still plumbing. I need an 8-inch pipe nipple here. I don't know if you can see my black line on the black pipe here, but what I found out, and what most everyone else probably already knows, is that pipe nipples are expensive, and 10-foot lengths are much cheaper, at least per inch or per foot, however you want to look at that. And if you have a pipe threader, well, you can actually save yourself a little bit of money. So since I haven't made a video for a while, we're going to go through threading a piece of pipe today. So I'm going to get my pipe cutter up on here. First thing you want to do, you want to get a nice square cut. Pipe cutter is a great way to do that. So let me get that lined up and I'll bring you right back. All right, so I got the pipe cutter sitting up on here. Got a little bit of oil on it. And all you're going to do is you're going to run this thing all the way around. Tough to do one-handed, but all the way around. Tighten down the T-handle on the top of this thing. And if you're curious, it's a Ridgid number 2. We're cutting 1/2-inch pipe. All right, so we got this cut off now. And as you can see, maybe we can see, there's a pretty good sized burr in the inside of that pipe. So what you're going to use is a deburring tool. Now this one here happens to be a Toledo 00, I believe this one is, and it does like 1/8 inch all the way up to 2-inch, which matches my pipe threader, which we'll get into that in a minute. But you just insert this right in here. It's got these hard teeth around here, and you just ratchet this right around. It's a little dark and a little tough to tell, but inside of that pipe, there's actually a little bit of an angle now, chamfer, countersink. I'm not sure exactly what you want to call it, but point being, the burr is removed. And then if you look at it straight down, that thing is pretty daggone square, which is what you want for starting a thread. Now, this little burr right here, that's on the outside face. Don't have to worry too much about that whenever you're putting the threads on. It will come right off if you nick it with a file or something, but whenever I run the threads down on there, it'll either come off then or I can square it up afterwards. So now I got the pipe threader lined up on here. Actually, I already have it turned on about, I don't know, 2 turns maybe. And it is a number 12. Focus. There we are. Number 12. And it is also a Toledo. This is going to work very similar to how the Ridgid ones work. I was able to pick this one up cheaper than a Ridgid, so that's what I got. Is it fast? No. You just ratchet it back and forth, and every roughly 1 turn, I have found to put some oil down in the cut, and I'm just using a dark thread cutting oil, and just a couple of drips in there. It doesn't take a whole lot, but you certainly want to make sure that it is well lubricated. And you can see the chips are forming there. So I'm going to finish this off. Again, working one-handed here, holding the camera with my other. But I'll get the thread on here, and I'll bring you back, show you how we did. And here's what we're left with. You can see there's still a couple of chips down there in the bottoms of the threads. I'll brush them out before we tape this up, and I've been using just a little bit of a Teflon thread sealant. Seems to work pretty well. But as you can see, nice threads here. Certainly good enough for sealing up what we're going to do today, and save a little bit of money. Now, you say, oh, well, you've got this on a Ridgid tri-stand, and you had to buy the ratchet and the pipe cutter, and you had quite the investment here to save a few dollars. And you're absolutely right. What you have to determine, and this everybody's going to be a little different here, is whether this is right for you. If you're doing this once or twice, probably not worth it. I was able to pick all this stuff up used, different places. I really don't have all that terribly much invested in it, but I do have money invested in it. If I was doing this for 1 or 2 fittings, not going to be worth it. Since I'm running the whole line here in the house today, and I've used it, multiple times over in the past, certainly worth it for me. But for reference, this is a a Ridgid, what are we here? 460, 450, something like that, 450. Like I said, works great. I use this thing for things other than pipe, as long as it's round. You can clamp it in here. Works great. So we'll get this gas line hooked up here, because I got to do another piece there. And bring you back on the next one. Thanks for watching.